as you know, yesterday was Harry and Meghan's 8th wedding anniversary. I will never tire of saying anniversary, 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 because we know right from day one, they wouldn't let Harry and Meghan breathe. So I am so happy that they got to year number 8. So anyway, British Airways actually sent them a card. And I think it's one of the most quietly significant things to emerge from the anniversary coverage. And the question it's raised actually deserves honest examination, because I'm thinking, British Airways? Really? But anyway, so Meghan posted the handwritten card on her Instagram. The card was from British Airways and it was from the flight crew. And it read, Dearest Harry and Meghan, wishing you a wonderful wedding anniversary with...
As we all know, yesterday marked the 8th wedding anniversary of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. And honestly, I will never get tired of saying anniversary, 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 because from the very beginning, people acted as though this marriage would never last. They scrutinised everything. They attacked everything. They predicted divorce before the wedding flowers had even wilted. And yet here we are, 8 years later, and Harry and Meghan are still standing strong, still together, still in love, still building a life on their own terms. Now, one of the most fascinating little details to come out of the anniversary celebrations was actually something very small, but I think incredibly significant. British Airways sent Harry and Meghan an anniversary card, and not just some corporate automated message either. This was handwritten by the flight crew. Meghan shared the card on Instagram, and it read, Dearest Harry and Meghan, wishing you a wonderful wedding anniversary with love from the whole British Airways family. And Meghan responded by thanking the crew for all the love, memories and kind words from yesterday. Now, immediately, my brain started working overtime, because I thought, hold on a second. Yesterday. What exactly happened yesterday? Because we know Meghan had been in Geneva for the World Health Assembly events and her speech in Switzerland. We also know she would obviously want to return home quickly for the anniversary celebrations with Harry and the children in Montecito. And here is where things get interesting. British Airways does not really operate a major direct route from Geneva straight to Los Angeles. The most logical routing would likely involve a stopover through London Heathrow, which means there is a very real possibility that Meghan quietly passed through the UK without anybody knowing. And honestly, I love that for her. Because think about it, the British press constantly claims they know Meghan's every move. They act as though they have insiders everywhere. Yet if she really did pass through Heathrow quietly, nobody knew. No paparazzi chaos, no media circus, no palace briefing, no dramatic headlines. She simply travelled like a normal person. Came, connected flights, left, end of story. And honestly, that is the real meaning of privacy. Not disappearing from public life forever. Not hiding in a cave somewhere. Privacy means having control over your movements, your information, your boundaries and your choices. And Harry and Meghan have become masters at that. Now, I do want to be careful because this is speculation, and I want to make that clear. We do not know for certain that Meghan stopped over in London, but the timeline does make people wonder. And then my brain started going even further, because as many of you know, I absolutely adore baking and cakes, and I immediately thought about their wedding cake. The famous lemon and elderflower cake created by Claire Tuck from Violet Cakes. Beautiful flavour combination, by the way. Fresh, elegant, perfectly Meghan. And I suddenly thought, imagine if Harry arranged for a miniature version of their original wedding cake for the anniversary. Honestly, it would not surprise me at all. People underestimate how often luxury clients arrange special food deliveries or transport favourite items internationally. It happens all the time. Cakes, pastries, favourite meals, specialty desserts, especially for meaningful anniversaries or milestones. So yes, part of me absolutely loves the idea that Meghan may have quietly picked up or arranged something special connected to their wedding while passing through Heathrow. And before some tabloid tries to turn this into breaking news, let me repeat very clearly, this is just my theory. I have no proof whatsoever. But it is a very romantic theory, and I am sticking with it. What also stood out to me, though, was the warmth from the British Airways crew themselves. Because certain commentators keep trying to push this narrative that nobody in Britain likes Meghan, nobody wants Meghan there, Meghan cannot handle the British public, and honestly, it is complete nonsense. If Meghan walked publicly through central London tomorrow, people would absolutely turn up to see her. And they know it. That is why the fascination has never ended. And the fact that an entire flight crew took the time to write something personal and affectionate to Harry and Meghan says a lot. These are ordinary working people. Not palace officials, not PR teams, not curated audiences, just people who clearly felt warmth toward them and wanted to celebrate their anniversary. And I think moments like that matter because they cut through the media narrative. The tabloids spend years trying to convince people that Meghan is universally hated. Yet, over and over again, we see ordinary individuals responding to her with kindness, warmth, and admiration. And honestly, the way Harry and Meghan move now is fascinating to watch. No leaks, no chaos, no advance announcements, no endless press choreography. They appear when they choose. They share what they choose. And they maintain control over their own lives in a way that clearly frustrates people who once profited from unrestricted access to them. That is why even the possibility of Meghan quietly being on British soil without anyone knowing feels so symbolic. Because it shows just how much has changed. She no longer moves according to the demands of the British media machine. She moves according to her own decisions. And honestly, after everything Harry and Meghan endured during their time in the UK, I completely understand why they protect their peace so fiercely now. But beyond all the speculation and travel theories, what I really love most about this entire story was simply the humanity of it. A flight crew writing a heartfelt anniversary card, Meghan sharing gratitude publicly, Harry and Meghan celebrating 8 years together after so many people insisted they would never make it this far. That is the real story. And honestly, I think the fact that people are still so emotionally invested in this marriage 8 years later says absolutely everything.